Hello friends, you found the video directions for Module 10 using Microsoft Word to write a matching cover letter to the resume that you did in Module number 9. We need to open up a new Microsoft Word document. We're going to fire this up through the template. We are going to, because again, consistent formatting is essential, we're going to use the Cubist cover letter. And again, starting out, the templates offered in Microsoft Word are a great place to begin when you take into consideration that you may not have enough information to fill the page. If we were to go back to other modules that you've already done, and we were to do the cover letter, review the cover letter, this is a cover letter that I used to apply for a previous job. I mean, if we were to compare one to the other here, and we'll zoom out, right? I have significantly more writing on my cover letter than this person does, this example does. Well, at 2015, I already had 10 years of teaching experience, 10 years of coaching experience. I had more experience. I can guarantee you I did not have 1-inch margins on this document. I had to lie, cheat, and seal my way. And we signed up, please call extension 7010. And we signed up, please call 7010 or come to the manifest. Thanks. Lie, cheat, and steal my way into getting this all to fit onto one page. So again, starting out fresh out of school, using the template that comes from Microsoft Word is probably in your best interest because it'll help you get it organized. Now, here's the crux of the matter to a cover letter, and here's the point of a cover letter. Your resume is more or less listing off experiences, qualifications, and skills. Very few times will you write incomplete sentences on your resume. You are bullet pointing key information. Your cover letter is then written more or less to summarize and to maybe highlight some of the things that you've done. The resume is the Cliff Notes version of it, a quick breakdown. The resume is where you get to talk a little bit more. They should match up. So on this document, and I've changed it a little bit from the version that you guys will have in the template here, we start by doing the inside address. So your name should always go at the top. You should list the position that you have and or are applying for. You should list your address. These things, again, go at the top. Underneath it, oopsies, paste that in there. Now we're set. You should put the first and last name of the person that you are writing. In this particular case, this person must be this Michelle Harris, must be in charge of hiring. Again, going back to the other modules, and maybe I'm a little bit out of date, but I'm still pretty sure this is correct. You should still have the receiver's address listed in that document. Now, this form doesn't have it, so it may be a little bit different, but that's also something to keep in mind. The rest of this document is more or less adding a narrative to the key bits of information that you have highlighted in your resume. Here's what I want you to do. Again, click inside anywhere in that document, go back to layout, turn on the grid lines just so you can see some things here. This is going to be difficult to format because it's all one piece. So what I want you to do is double click it so it highlights, and then go back up to the home button, click copy. That's the two little pieces of paper right there. You could also do Command C if you have an Apple computer keyboard. And then under where it says, under the clipboard, these are the paste options. You're just going to set it to keep text only. And this will allow you to format it the way that you want. So instead of an HR specialist, copy. Oopsies. What did I do here? Here we go. Paste. Are you looking for an accounts receivable manager with? Now, I would never begin a cover letter like this, but again, these are used for when you don't have a whole lot to say, you don't have a whole lot of experience, and you're just trying to get an interview. So then you'll list off some things: 4 years of hands-on experience in managing accounts receivable, knowledge of the latest technology in industrial and/or organizational accounting and database management, a proven track record of growing revenues year after year, significant experience in structural reorganization and streamlining for efficiency. Everything in that list of bulleted information is more or less making reference to her resume and offering a little bit more context to it. What do we have here? That is so much information. Why did that copy like that? Undo. Oh, I see what I did. Let's see. Take this part back. Delete. If so, look no further. You'll see my closed resume, blah, 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 and more. Don't need to make any changes there. I would very much like to discuss the opportunities with Startling and Cooper. That's the place that she's writing for. Ooh, and we added something on here. And Cooper, and am willing to schedule an interview at your request and convenience. All right. Please do not hesitate to call. Spelled that incorrectly. Please do not hesitate to call me at, I'm going to change her number here, 973-555-2026, or via email at cardozo@gmail.com, period. I think we got to take this sentence out. Gonzo. Best time to reach me is between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m., but you can leave a voicemail or email at any time. This part we can take out. Delete, period. Thank you. La 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 la. All right, let's figure out why we got this extra space in here. Oh, you just had an extra row in there. So there we go. Sincerely. Oh, we got to change April Hansen to Angela Cardozo. We got to change this lady's name here to Angela Cardozo. And the job title was Accounts Receivable Manager. Make sure that's typed correct. And I believe on the resume we set this to 12. Phone 973-555-2026. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of just using periods for phone numbers. I always like to do the area code in parentheses. But again, there's no one right way to do something. Plenty of wrong ways. If you're going to just leave periods between the 3 sets of numbers, then make sure you do that throughout the entire document and your entire application. Cardozo@gmail.com. You do not need that. And then again, at the very bottom, she has enclosure. To rewrite enclosure if there's something else coming with the letter. And in this particular case, it is her resume. Now let's go back and look through this, qualifications and more. It looks like we got an extra paragraph here. And then that went away. Why is that being silly? We may need to delete some space out of the bottom. And again, this is perfect. This is something that we have to do when we're writing a cover letter, is make sure we got things in the correct spot. So you may from time to time have to play with the margins or play around with spacing to make sure we get everything to fit. One more space there. Let's roll back down here and look at this bad boy. Looks like you got a I'm going to put a space back there. I think that's pretty dang close. All right. So then you click save. This one should be saved as Module 10 Microsoft Word matching cover letter. Just keep in mind that when you write a resume, you need to write a cover letter that goes with it. And your cover letter, especially if you are a person that struggles with writer's block, your cover letter should just more or less be your resume written in sentences. You should be explaining what your resume is going to say in a few paragraphs. But again, one page, make sure you get it filled. If you write too much, we either got to refine some of our wording or we got to play around with the margins and get it all to fit on one page. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, go Spartans.